All right, Jonesy, thank you very much. What a spectacular finish, a spectacular afternoon of basketball here on ABC. Mike Greenberg, Stephen A. Smith, Jalen Rose. And so the Warriors even this up, and you said to me as they were getting set to bring it to us exactly what Mark Jones said, which is this series seems to have 7 games written all over it.
And the reason why I feel that way is because the Sacramento Kings could have easily gone away. They didn't. They stayed in it. And De'Aaron Fox, Mr. Clutch himself, big-time three. I don't understand how a reigning defending champion has a technical called against them because you didn't have a timeout left and you called the timeout. That's an explanation that I'll need another day. But at the end of the day, Steph Curry's greatness came shining through. Klay Thompson made his contribution. Jordan Poole made his contribution. Defensive lapses at times by the Golden State Warriors, but they were able to pull it out.
An exciting game, an explosive game, great shot making by Steph Curry. And so many times he gets called the greatest shooter of all time, and young people want to mimic what he does, and they walk into a gym and think it's just shooting from a distance. No, he shoots off the dribble. He shoots off the catch. He relocates after he passes the ball and makes shots. He makes shots when he's open. He makes shots when they're contested. He makes shots finishing at the hoop with his left and his right. His shot making is literally what kept them in the game and allowed Klay Thompson to pick and choose his spots, Jordan Poole to pick and choose his spots. But also, everything Steph was offensively, Draymond was defensively. There were so many plays in the fourth quarter, Sacramento Kings had a chance in fast break situations. They turned up, Sabonis was dribble driving, get ripped by Draymond. Another time, hit Draymond in the head. Draymond gets a couple of blocks on Sabonis. He's also guarding De'Aaron Fox after starting the second half when he came off the bench in the first half. And also dribble handoffs to Steph Curry. Draymond was shooting poor, but defensively he was awesome.
Well, let's not take anything away from Klay Thompson either. He finished with 26 in this game, 9 of 15 shooting, 4 of 9 from three-point range. He made sure his presence was felt. We've got to give him some love. But I got to give some love to the Sacramento Kings in this regard. You're up 2-0. Obviously, you lost game 3. You come out here in game 4. You know, you've got a deficit. You come storming back. De'Aaron Fox answers the call. And then you look at a guy like Keegan Murray who's going to be on the all-rookie team. He made a contribution. Malik Monk comes off the bench. He makes a contribution. You got a strong 7 with these guys that they play. A 7-man rotation. They'll squeeze in an 8th or 9th dude, but a 7-man rotation, all of them make contributions. They're not going away, and they can score on anybody, and we saw that tonight.
And let's talk about De'Aaron Fox a little more for a moment, Chandler. I think it is possible that more of the fans saw him play at Kentucky in the 1 year he did than have seen him play in the NBA. He's been a very good player coming in this direction for some time, but this has been his coming out party. He's becoming an NBA superstar in this series.
Uber fast and quick, can drive both hands, can make three-point shots, plays mid-range, can finish at the hoop, will dunk on you if you're not paying attention. Locked down defensively also, Greeny. He's not just a one-way player. He also plays defense. But late, I'm telling you, for the Kings, this is the one that got away.
Yep.
Those couple of three-pointers that Harrison Barnes missed in particular late in the game, he's going to be kicking himself for missing those shots. And Sabonis, offensively, is almost becoming a liability in a lot of ways. He got to find a way to be a lot more aggressive and even take that little shot in the lane.
So, Stephen A., we know that the Golden State Warriors struggled mightily on the road all season long. They're going to have to win 1 of 2 in Sacramento to have a chance to put this series, to win this series, be it in Game 5 or Game 7. Do you expect them to do it?
I picked them to win this series in 7 games, although I will concede that I think they should do everything they possibly can to get a Game 5. Why? Because now the pressure is on the Sacramento Kings. Their youth comes into play. Yeah, they were up 2-0. Now it's tied 2-2. You go back to Sacramento, you've got to embrace the specter of potentially coming back down 3-2 to the reigning defending NBA champions on their home turf. That is not a predicament that you want to be in if you're a young team that may not get the necessary superstar calls that we all suspect a Steph Curry and a Klay Thompson would get. So because of that, you want to do everything you can to sit up there and make sure you ensure that you win Game 5. Golden State knows that. They go for the jugular because they're playing with house money right
Even
now.
though the Warriors have a championship pedigree, they made some crazy plays down the stretch. Steph called that timeout when they didn't have one. And also, they could have ran the clock down more. Steph took that shot at the free throw line with 10 seconds. He misses that shot, which gives the Kings an opportunity to actually go win the game. That's what we would have been talking about had Harrison Barnes made that shot.